Ya vamos a empezar. Pues bueno, empezamos.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Una nave llena de colonos, ¿no? Como que van a otro planeta. ¿Qué es esto? Tengo puntos para dar. Atributos. La fuerza influye en el daño con armas cuerpo a cuerpo y en tu capacidad de carga.
I see you had a knack for misappropriation. Cool-headed, and not just because you're frozen. I hear Monarch's in need of more game hunters. Your skills would have been wasted in a corporate lab.
Siempre las armas y tecnología. Actitud. El del colono parece un buen primer empleo para alguien con tus talentos. Expandirte el alcance de la humanidad llevando a la civilización a la frontera del cosmos es bastante ambicioso, como para además tener que preocuparte por tu talento cotidiano. Tienes el resto de tu vida para decidir cómo ser útil a Halcyon. Técnico de servicio de bebida, burócrata de órganos. Sin actitud. A ver. Ah, mira, bonificación de actitud. Ingeniería. Eso mola. Ingeniería. Le voy a dar al de ingeniería. ¿Por qué? Porque estudio ingeniería yo. Voy a hacer.
You poor thing. Made to listen to that dreadful music all day.
Sexo. Hombre. Rostro. Blanco. ¿Dónde está el blanco? ¿Cómo me llamo? A ver si coge el nombre. Todo esto era para crear el personaje.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Vale, yo soy el que tuvo suerte y va a sacar del sueño.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Salto espacial. Terra 2. Sistema Alcom.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down to 90%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperative.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Confianza, ¿no? Confianza, esa mierda. Tuvo que darle 20 veces al botón. A ver si puedo poner subtítulos en la cinemática porque hay veces que me pierdo, tío.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Mi madre.
You
Grabada
landed
máxima.
good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
El buen tutorial, ¿oíste? Uf, ya llevo corriendo hace un rato, ¿oíste? ¿Oíste? Canida asustadizo. Si le hago algo se asusta. ¡Ey! ¡Puta! La psicosis, madre.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Más droga. Encima que voy bien. Ey.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take them. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Pero un inepto, hermano.
You sound a lot like my lieutenant.
Chiquito
Hope
pringado.
this gun serves you better than it did me.
Ya se rindió el nota.
All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice
Se
community.
me está de listo.
Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Me voy porque no tienes nada que...
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Vale, como una cámara lenta es esto. Dios, qué guapo, ¿no? No sé para qué es esto, pero yo loco. A ver. Tus talentos de piratero y ser. Puedo llevarte a lugares en los que no voy a estar. Falta una electroganzúa. Ay, que me quemo, ¿o qué? No. ¿Hasta qué queda, tío? ¿Sí lo hago o qué? Ey, ey. Seguro lo tienes tú. ¿No? Que le den por culo. Esos bichos espaciales, ¿dónde salen, tío?
here before you get yourself killed.
Encima te pones chulo. Luego te mete un flasheo. ¡Hostia, hostia! Perdón, 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 perdón. Perdón, perdón, perdón. Vale, vale, vale. Era mentira. Ya está, ya está, ya está. Mira, mira, me están disparando. Mátalo. Mataos entre vosotros. Continuar, ¿no? Uf, espera, no es cierto ese pastel otra vez. Bueno, estamos aquí otra vez. Perdón, no te voy a volver a hacer nada, ¿vale? No te trabes, ¿eh? Tú, ¿qué estás haciendo ahí? Voy a hablar contigo porque ella se traba.
Talk to the lieutenant. She's certified in customer service.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round
Sí,
them up all
claro.
by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some. Seriously? But those marauders will... Ugh. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that
Anda
ship,
cojones,
and file a
muchacho.
full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Ey, esas
Here
palabras,
we
tío.
go.
Mira, ese palanteno. Dios, mi madre, mira. Si se lo hacen ellos solo. Mira, mira. Oye, se mira por la espalda, loco. ¿Tú qué eres? ¿Un casadino o qué? Un casadino, un casas. Dame todo, dámelo todo. Dámelo todo, papi. Dámelo todo.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Cada vez que subes de nivel, ganas puntos de talento que puedes invertir para mejorar tus talentos, ganar un punto de talento en un talento principal, cuerpo a cuerpo, mejora todos los talentos especializados de ese grupo hasta un máximo de 50, pues 50 podrás añadir puntos directamente al talento especializado hasta llegar a 100, todos los talentos mejoran a medida que suben el nivel, hay bonificaciones especiales cada 20 puntos, o sea, es escalable, tiene un máximo de 50, después especializado 100. Para saber cuáles son, la armadura, lo que se talentos. Esto afecta tanto de forma negativa como positiva a las conservaciones y bonificaciones pasivas. pero no la desventaja desbloqueada. Vamos, vamos. Todo para esto, todo para esto. Todo para esto. Que defensa ni que nada. Pam, 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 pam. Ya está. Venga. Coño. No creo. Yo pastel, ¿no? Tío, del juego también.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Te calles la
Hello.
boca.
Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please
Atrévete a hacer
return
algo.
any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
Lo que tú digas, mija.
Jetstream procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Prepare to
¿Qué
eject
dice?
all boarding
¿En serio?
parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Debería estar
You are
pasando
still
algo.
here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to
Se la está
express
pegando que ese es él.
disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex
¿A que te
Hawthorne.
desconecto? Si le digo esto, ya
I
está.
understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? I understand. You are speaking metaphorically. You wandered outside this ship and experienced a permanent, life-changing encounter. The old you is dead. Welcome back, Captain Hawthorne. I extend felicitations
A
and
lo que quiero,
congratulations on your life-changing
A lo que
experience.
quieras, montate tus películas, tu cabeza. Voy a insistir.
I understand. You are going undercover with an alias. I will update my discretion protocol accordingly. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable.
¿Qué
Our
dice?
main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing.
Con razón le
The main
mandaron la
drive's
música
power
de pena.
regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty.
¿En serio?
High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge.
Lo que quiere un puto
Please try
cargador,
not to
loco.
lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? It is difficult for me to do so. I am programmed to accept commands from
Voy a
Captain
seguir aquí
Alex
hasta que se
Hawthorne,
canse.
after all. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Chua, me cortó ya el nota. Vamos a arreglar la puta nave.
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me that the ranking officer is dead. Mind telling me what happened here?
You can't tell me what happened here. No me gusta ese
Cool your
tono,
thrusters,
Ernie.
friend. Just out here doing my trade. Gathering remains, tagging corpses, filing reports. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt. That who died? Oh, right. Yeah, well, we do need all the hands we got. What with folks in Edgewater dropping off like 60 pig tumors.
Yo flipo con el
Much
juego este,
competition
¿no?
don't come promoting time. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice. Don't get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silas.
Dios, que le
over
meto
by
un
the
cuchillazo. Cojo de corto, hermano. Un bicho. Oh, la casa. Vamos en la casa. Vamos en la casa. Vamos en la casa. Ahí te mueves. Aquí. ¿Ah, sí? Dios, chiquito de... de masacre. Dame todo. ¿Qué dijo de impoluto y de las armas? Es que me lo pone en un momento, loco. ¡Ah! Residentes se los cargaron. Qué hijo de puta. Eso se gasta. Ese, ¿verdad?
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Para que te rajo.
Don't. You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road.
Vamos para allá.
Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Vamos a darle cuero a la gente.
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Me parece muy raro. Está bueno ya. Pura mierda. ¿Qué es esto? Nada. Vale. ¿Dónde vamos? A nadie le extraña que vaya con el cuchillo todo el rato en la mano. Ey.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power shut later, and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters. Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Good Lord, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Me llama la atención que estén con esa ropa y tengan nave espacial.
I am asking you to help us survive. Edgewater needs more workers or we will collapse. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you...
Golfilla. ¿Qué quieres
I
hacer
mean, if that's all
conmigo?
right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so...
Oh, ya empecé las mujeres
I'm
con
all
sus
set.
pasteles, tío.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Heading back. Yep, be right over. Sure thing. Okay,
Muévete para ahí.
sure. On my way.
Dun, 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 dun.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk?
Que te calles, perra.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Pasteles. Déjame en paz un rato. Wow.
Moving.
Abre eso.
Sorry, I can't do it.
Ah. ¿Por qué?
That's not possible. I'm going.
Pues te vas para allá. No puede, eso sí podía, ¿no? Un momento. A ver. Estoy bajando el volumen del juego. Esto aquí. Vale. Sí. Sí, sí. Ok.
Got it.
Dios. Dale, dale. Esa es. Vamos, vamos, corre. Ey, 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 ey. Jaja, triple kill. Ya, chócamela. ¿Qué coño es esto?
Be right there. That was quick.
Está guapo. Consiguiendo armas, tal.
Incoming!
¿Para qué? Está el láser, niño. Que te mata, muchacho. Ah, diálogo, porque si no...
No problem. Where are we headed?
Vamos a usar la pistolita.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever
serio?
you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on ya. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Well, look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet.
Te jodes, tío.
No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Por culo, tío. Es que... Se mete una chula. Se pone el cuchillo en el cuello, ¿eh? Me voy porque después me denuncio.
Oh, that's Thomas.
Hey.
He used to follow me around before we
Hey.
left the cannery.
Oh, naranja. O la robo. O la robo. Todo para mí. Todo para mí. Fue ella. Fue ella. Mirad, mirad.
Sure.
Mirad cómo se mete. Ey, chicos. Ese. ¿Cómo sabes eso? Yo no tengo eso.
Keep your wits about you, friend. Keep your wits about you, friend.
Qué confiados los tíos, loco. ¿Esa qué? Mira, otra borracha.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. You're doing this for Reed? Why? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Me querían engañar.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
No sé.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me.
¿Qué te pasaste, chica?
It's
Que no
not
sé.
much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Voy a dejarlo aquí porque me está cansando. Bueno, pues aquí lo dejamos. Habrá segunda parte y para los que me siguen en Twitch, pues mañana más. Like, suscribiros y todas esas cositas.